No delay. No delay at all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's give it up to Fulham, man. Let's give it up to Fulham. Big round of applause to Fulham. I can't clap right now. My hands are like full. No pun intended. Well, I got my son sleeping in my lap right now, so I can't clap. But big round of applause to Fulham. But look, I know Chelsea are going to steal the spotlight. I know. That's what most people are going to be talking about. Chelsea, they're in free fall. We spoke about it in the last episode. They're spiraling out of control. They're plummeting. Whatever way you want to put it, Chelsea are in the mud right now. But for Fulham, oh man, this team is showing us what consistency looks like. I never expect Fulham to be doing this well. I really didn't. I don't think I had them going down, but Fulham are sixth right now. Fulham do have a 6-point gap over Chelsea. And this is only the third time in the Premier League era that Fulham have defeated Chelsea in this West London derby. So this is testament to the great work that Marco Silva has done with this team, the way he put the club together, and from them coming up from the championship, the recruitment, and just his style of play. You guys know Marco Silva plays a very attractive style of football. You know what I mean? That's why Everton went and got him. Didn't really work out. He got another opportunity with Fulham, and he's doing wonders. And if you guys don't know, I think this is Marco Silva's fourth English club, where he was first in charge of Hull, then he went to Watford, then to Everton, and now at Fulham. And if he continues to do this well, who knows what heights he could reach? You see what I mean? Because some of the bigger clubs would just want to see what you're capable of achieving, and they'll be like, okay. So won't be surprised. Who knows, man? If he continues to do wonders at Fulham, he might end up being Chelsea's manager one day, because we all know Chelsea like to play musical chairs with their managers, though. But big up everybody, man. Big up King Huddle. Big up Nicola Victor. Big up Jordan Hyman. Guys, don't forget to smash up the thumbs up button. We're cooking today. We're here live right after the game. You know what I mean? We're not sleeping or anything. But this is the big talking point right now. João Felix on debut with a red card, a direct red card for dangerous play, which means he's going to be missing 3 games. You see what I mean? 3 games. It's harsh. I don't think he meant it, but 3-game suspension is coming, man. Definitely coming. He looked good during the game, I have to say, but the Premier League ain't no joke league, man. It ain't no joke league. Very few players hit the ground running. Very, very few players hit the ground running. I think a draw after conceding first would have been an okay result for Chelsea, but that red card, oh man, that did him in. Definitely did him in. So Fulham 2, Chelsea 1. I don't think most people expected this result at all. Adam, how are you doing, bro? How are you doing, Adam? Appreciate you coming through, man. How are you doing? I know you must feel a kind of way right now that your team are in the mud. You guys, what is that now? 7 losses in the last 9-10 games? And we went through all the losses in the last live stream. We spoke about Chelsea. We went really deep. We went down a rabbit hole. And it ain't looking good at all. But Adam is saying, hey, everyone, Chelsea are going to play to stay in the Premier League, which I never thought I'd say. Chelsea lacks identity, passion, and heart. The basics, and all these players get paid millions. And Adam, not to talk about the almost half a billion, not so much half a billion, but the almost half a billion spent, and all the players still being linked with Chelsea. Talks are going on and all that stuff. But a lot of credit has to go to Fulham, though. Definitely. Because the way they started this game out, they showed a lot of intent. I started watching this game about 6 minutes in. See, Jean Felix had a few opportunities. Chelsea started brightly, and Fulham, they withstood the little pressure at the beginning of the game, and they got comfortable in terms of them going forward, and they looked the more threatening in the final third when Bobby Reed hit the woodwork after an error. I think that was by Zachariah, and then Zachariah ended up getting injured during the game too. So I think Fulham should have scored when they had that opportunity, but that was just warning shots because a couple minutes later, Willian smashed with a former Chelsea player, resurrecting his career at Fulham. He went back to Brazil. You know what they say, guys, in life, right? Let me give you this life lesson really quick. In life, when you have a hard time, when you hit rock bottom, like for Willian, he had 7 fruitful years at Chelsea. He went to Arsenal. He didn't look good at Arsenal. He had some good games, but he was just basically stealing for a living at Arsenal. And Willian went home. Sometimes when you hit rock bottom and you run into problems, don't be afraid to go home. He went back to Brazil and then he came back, and he's come back revitalized, and he looks like a better player than he was indeed at Arsenal. Big up to the boy Doug in the house. Appreciate you coming through. Doug, we haven't spoken for a while, bro. We gotta link up and do something, pretty soon. I'll have more free time maybe towards the end of the month, next month. So we gotta do something, bro. We definitely gotta do something. I miss you, Doug. I miss you. But Willian, that was a brilliant goal, and you never should allow Willian to cut back on his right. And that's what Aspilicueta did. That was the carnal sin of allowing a Willian who has a devilish right foot to cut back on his right and allow him to shoot, ball go through a sea of bodies and in the back of the net. To be honest, though, look, it felt good when Fulham scored. I was backing for Fulham, of course, you know what I mean? Because Chelsea, I'm a City fan, and I still have a gripe against Chelsea for that Champions League win, you know what I mean? Still. So I love to see Chelsea lose. I'm not gonna act like I don't. Plus the amount of money Chelsea spent, they shouldn't be losing to teams like Fulham. No disrespect to Fulham, but Chelsea should at least get a point from this game against Fulham, even at the situation right now at the club. A lot of injuries, they're still transitioning with Graham Potter in charge. They're going through a bad run, and it couldn't have got worse by losing to a fellow London team. And if we even do a London club table over the last 10 games, Chelsea are last in the league. I'm pretty sure. If you have to take all the London clubs, Arsenal, Spurs, West Ham, Brentford, Fulham, Chelsea, and you put all of them in a table, Chelsea's going to be at the bottom of the table. But good goal by Willian. But I have to give Chelsea a lot of credit for, keeping it 1-0 for the rest of the first half, even though they were a bit on the back foot. Few chances. Lewis Hall, a bright, prospect. João Felix, couple chances, but, good blocks, good save by Bernd Leno, who's been brilliant in goal for Fulham. And we talk about Fulham, and we talk about their recruitment and the acquisitions that they picked up. You look at Bernd Leno, you look at Jean Paulini, you look at Pereira, you look at Willian, you look at even a Vinicius who scored a winning goal today. You see what I mean? Look, they're not doing this by fluke. And they did not go out there and spend 300 million. You see what I mean? And look at what they're doing. You got to buy smart, man. You don't go around hijacking people's deals and all of that and think everything's going to be kosher. That's not the way it works. You have your eye on a player. You recognize that player fits and suits the club. You go out, get that player. Not because a player is a high-profile player linked with another club, you go out there and snatch up the player. Look at Cucurella. Linked heavily with a move to Man City. Bam, you go to Chelsea. Look at what's going on. I'm not wishing bad on anybody, but it's just a pattern that has been repeating itself time and time again by just splashing the cash on these waste players, for the lack of better words. And you look at Timo Werner, you could even throw Kai Havertz in there, Christian Pulisic, all of them. You see what I mean? And look at the news. Christian Pulisic is now out for months, and I've been talking about Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic is literally a girl. No disrespect, but he is a girl. He's soft. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of girls out there tougher than Christian Pulisic. The man is such a baby. He's every time he get hit, he's gone. He's done. And it must be annoying for Chelsea fans. I think, this is Christian Pulisic's last season in Chelsea colors. Raheem Sterling injured. They brought in Aubameyang not being used. So there's a lot of problems, man. There's a lot of problems. Guys, this is 2023. I'm going to keep it real. Christian Pulisic is a bitch. I'm going to keep it real. This is a new year. We coming hard. We ain't holding back nothing. Christian Pulisic is a bitch. Simple. But big up everybody in the house, though. Big up Elijah, Adam, King Huddle, Philemon, DVB, Doug, Victor, Manchester is Blue, everybody, Angel. Big up everybody in the house, man. No, listen, I'm going to get to everything. We're talking Chelsea, we're talking Fulham. I'm going to get to everything. Scrappy goal scored. Sloppy free kick given away just outside the box. Good free kick there by Havertz. That was Havertz with the free kick, right? That was Havertz with that free kick. I think that was Havertz, right? I don't think Chelsea. Yeah, that was Havertz with the free kick. He tried to catch the. Was it Mount or Havertz? Can't even remember, man. Doesn't even matter. I think that might have been that. Yeah, that was Mount. That was definitely Mount. Try to catch Bernd Leno out by his near post. Almost did. Ricochet. Koulibaly put in goal line technology. 1-1. And at that point, Chelsea, I think they were looking to win this game, which is good, which is positive, and they might have gone on to win the game. You see what I mean? Because getting back in the game, they could have, put their stronghold over Fulham, who was looking a little sloppy at the beginning of the first half. But Joao Felix happened, man. Joao Felix basically playing Street Fighter on Kenny Tete. You know those Street Fighter moves when the characters slide on the ground and hit you? Those moves that are very, very difficult to get away from when the characters are sliding, that slide kick. Like that M. Bison slide kick. But this time it was more like a Ken or Ryu kind of sliding kick. And that was the end of Felix, straight red. And I think there's a up to stats that's going around right now. I think Joao Felix is the first Chelsea player sent off on debut, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see if I could pull up that up to stat really quick. But not a great way. Not a great way, man, to start your Chelsea career. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very horrible way to start things. You know what I'm saying? So look. Let's just switch to this Twitter page right now. He's trending, and let's just look at what people are saying right now on Twitter about Joao Felix. So Felix 3-match ban cost Chelsea about £1.2 million. And listen, I gotta laugh because it's funny. You see what I'm saying? It is funny, man. It is funny. It is dead funny. Because look, how many games gone? 18 games. There's 19 to go. Take 4 out of it. You know what I'm saying? This game and 3 more. It is an expensive red card. And the thing is, right? The crazy thing is, guys, this is the crazy thing, right? Atletico Madrid just renewed his contract, which means who knows what they put in that contract? Probably a release clause so that they could make back their money. So even if Joao Felix does well at Chelsea, which I don't think he's going to do, you know what I mean? He's going to flop. My word, he's going to flop. this game, I know it sounds harsh, but this is 2023. We're coming hard, man. We're coming hard. Listen, he ain't going to recover from this red card. First game, he looked good. Red card, 3 games out. When he comes back, it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough. Mark my word, it's going to be tough. And in terms of we get back to some of what Twitter is saying, right? But in terms of the games that he's going to miss, right? Let's take a look at the games that he's going to miss really quick. He's going to miss the trip to Crystal Palace. He's going to miss the game at Liverpool, and he's going to miss the Fulham match again. He's going to potentially come back for the West Ham game and for the Champions League match. So, he's going to come back a bit rusty. You see what I mean? Who knows if Graham Potter will still be in charge? So it ain't looking good at all, man. It ain't looking good. So basically, when he comes back from that suspension, he'll take a couple games to heat up again. You see what I mean? So, bam, high pressure situation with the West Ham game, another derby. The Dortmund game is another high pressure situation in round of 16 of the Champions League. Then you got Southampton and you got the pressure of playing Tottenham. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't going to be an easy run for João Felix. I already see this loan deal being a failure. I called it, and I'm not wishing him the worst. I'm not wishing him bad, but I'm just saying this is just my take. Most people probably excited about it. Oh, wow, João Felix, what are you excited about? What are you excited about? João Felix should have probably put a couple goals in today with the opportunities he got. You see what I'm saying? Overhyped. So, BR football, João Felix sent off in debut 10th in the league, right? 1 win in their last 9 games across all competitions. Chelsea this season. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This is some serious banter. Clown shoes. Serious banter, man. Let's scroll down. João Felix said this last year. My best position is the second forward, playing like number 10 with a guy in front of me. Okay. He was all over the place today, though. But João Felix is the first player to be sent off for Chelsea on their Premier League debut, and the first to do so for any club since Federico Fazio for Spurs versus Man City in October 2014. Welcome, one and all. So, look, man, look. I'm not going to go through all these Twitter things, but the foul is right there, man. The foul is right there. Let's take a look at the little piece at the bottom right there. Look, a half screen at the bottom right there. You see that? That's a dangerous play. That is a dangerous play right there. I hope I don't get a copyright strike for that. But that's a dangerous play right there and deserved the red card. So, João Felix will miss the next 3 Premier League games because of this straight red. We have another sum here. That will cost Chelsea 2.15 million from the loan fee. And that's pounds. Okay? So we got an update. The money gone up. The money went up, man. Money definitely went up. So Bruno Fernandes puts João Felix through 10 out of 10 times there. Can't believe he let Mount and Havertz get compared to him. So anyways, man, he was looking lively, but I'm afraid he got the red. He got the marching orders. But big up to everybody in the stream. Make sure you guys smash up the thumbs up button. Let's just go back to the game really quick. And let's talk about the Carlos Vinicius goal. That was Willian with that ball, right? Wasn't that Willian with that cross into the box? That was nice, man. Talk about Willian. Let's go down. Let's make sure we get the right assist getter for that goal. So let's just scroll down. Yeah. Oh, Pereira, pardon me. I knew he was a Brazilian, but Andreas Pereira, who was named man of the match. What a signing. What a signing, though. So great run by Carlos Vinicius, who did play for Spurs on loan and then went into the wilderness. I think he was in Turkey. I'm sorry to call Turkey the wilderness, but that's where I think he went. He went to Turkey. I think he might have went into the Dutch league. Yeah, I think he went to the Dutch league for Feyenoord or PSV or one of them clubs he played for as well. That was a good header, man. That was a good header. That was a good striker's goal. And gotta give Marco Silva and Fulham a whole lot of credit. Look, big shout outs to guy like Tim Ream. You see what I mean? Anthony Robinson, Bernd Leno. These guys were massive on the day, man. And Fulham were able to do this without Alexander Mitrovic. So hats off. Jean Paulini had another good game. Gotta give it to Fulham. They deserve it. Definitely deserve it. But Chelsea, what's next, man? They made 4 substitutions at one time. Chukwuemeka, Cucurella, Gallagher, Ziyech. They did nothing. All I see here for Chelsea just a bunch of waste men. Seriously, a bunch of money wasted too. Players not happy. Players not getting the game time they desire. And when they do get the game time, things are all over the place in terms of like Ziyech. I don't know, man. I don't know. Elementary mistakes. I think they're missing Reece James. Because remember the game when Reece James came back, Chelsea won that game, right? Chelsea won that game when Reece James came back and got injured. So they're missing Reece James big time. I think that's the answer right there. That is the answer. Let's go back to that game. The Bournemouth game where Reece James came back and he got injured. I think that's the answer, guys. Reece James is the cause of all this. And when he was fit, everything was good. When he got injured, everything went downhill. Reece James. Yeah, Mason Mount has really fell off, man. Definitely really fell off big time, man. But look, I don't know what Angel, bro. I don't know what the agenda is right now with the Man City agenda. Okay, we lost to Southampton in the League Cup. Okay. All right. What's the big deal? It's just the League Cup, right? It's just the League Cup, right? That's what you guys used to say. It's just the League Cup, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You guys need to calm. You guys, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. Calvin Phillips made his first start. Pep thinks this is career mode. That's the thing. He thinks it's career mode and he could do whatever he wants, but that's not the case. But we'll get to that game. We will get to that game pretty soon, though. But we're still talking Chelsea Fulham here, man. Still talking Chelsea. That was a poor performance by Chelsea. And I think the João Felix red card made it look even worse. They were getting back into the game. But all the credit goes to Fulham. And let's take a look at the table. And then we're going to take a look at the upcoming games for both Chelsea and Fulham. Right? We could go deeper. We could talk players. We could talk, we could get deeper into things, but we're not going to do a whole lot of that because we got a lot of things to talk about right now. Fulham, they're 6th, 31 points. Fulham are 9 points away from survival, and they're only halfway through the season. Give it up to Fulham, man, because they've been goddamn awful in the Premier League. Always awful. They come up, they go down. Come up, they go down. Come up, they go down. So you got to give them credit when they do come up to the Premier League from the Championship and play as good as they're playing. 4 consecutive wins. That is like unprecedented for a team like Fulham. So you got to give them all the credit they deserve. Let's take a look at the wins. 2-1 versus Chelsea. And you could put in the FA Cup third round win as well. 2-0 win over Hull. 1-0 over Leicester. 2-1 over Southampton. And at the restart of the league, 3-0 over Crystal Palace. And during that run, they've had 3 clean sheets. So 5 wins in 5 matches since the restart after the World Cup. You got to give it to Fulham, man. One of the most informed teams over in England. And I like it. I like it. I like when there's a paradigm shift. I like when there's a disruption in the order of things. Love it. Absolutely love it. Could they get European football? Hell yeah. A Europa League or a Conference League? That'll suffice for Fulham, man. They're looking good. I just want to say, and they go ahead of Liverpool in the league table, where Liverpool do have 28 points, 2 games in hand though, and Fulham do have 31 points. We look at Chelsea, they're 10th, but look, teams like Villa, Crystal Palace could close the gap pretty soon. Chelsea are not really in a relegation battle or anything. I think they'll be fine. But it ain't looking like Champions League next season unless they go on to win it. It would be kind of nice to see Chelsea in the Conference League, though. I just want to put that out there. It would be very nice. It would be something to talk about all season with the Chelsea fans. You know what I'm saying? Gather around. Let's talk. Let's talk Conference League, baby. You know, so for Chelsea, 25 points, 7 losses, 7 wins. Not good. Very poor. First 9 games for Graham Potter, great. No losses. Second 9 games, disaster class. Disaster class. Is Potter in trouble? Yes, he is. Best believe he is. Best believe he is. Is he going to get sacked? Man, to be honest, I don't even know. You see what I mean? Should he get sacked? I don't think so. I think he should be given time, because if you sack Potter and you bring somebody else in at Chelsea right now, the same thing's going to happen. Best believe it. The same thing's going to happen. He needs time, man. He needs time to fix what's going on at Chelsea right now. Let me know if you guys agree with that. So for Fulham, let's take a look at the upcoming games. They do have Newcastle in their next game coming up on Sunday, and that's on the 15th. So they play today, which is the 12th, and they play again on the 15th. Wow. It's a quick turnaround right there. So then they play Tottenham. Some big games coming up, though. These are some huge games. The next 3 games are huge. They play Chelsea again, they play Spurs, and they play Newcastle. If they come through with more than 4 points, man, you got to tip your hat to Fulham, man. Sunderland in the 4th round of the FA Cup. It's looking good. It's looking rosy for Marco Silva and his boys. And let's see how high Fulham will place this season. I think once they get to 40 points, the weight would have been lifted, but they won't stop there. But it would be a great feeling to know that they are going to be in the Premier League next year, and they could now play with some more freedom. Well, they've been playing with a lot of freedom, but I'm just saying with a bit more freedom, if you get what I'm saying. So give it up to FC Fulham, baby. But let's go back and let's talk Chelsea. Let's talk Chelsea again, right? We're going to go down some more Chelsea rabbit holes here. Next game against Crystal Palace. This is a massive game against Liverpool at Anfield. Are they going to win that one? More than likely not. Could they get a point? Yeah. But are they going to win? I don't think so, man. Liverpool got their problems, but I don't think they're beating Chelsea are beating Liverpool there. Early prediction. The game against Crystal Palace, they need to really pull things back. It's a home game. It's a perfect situation to get some confidence in the manager again, and they need to win that game. But the thing is, you win the game against Palace, then what if they win the game against Palace, lose the game to Chelsea again, to Liverpool? So it's like you're just undoing the good things you just did against Palace if they go on to win that game, right? But then they face Fulham again, a chance for revenge. So, listen, it's up to Chelsea to go out there and fix their problems. And the problems has to be fixed on the field, because there's a lot of players out injured right about now. There's players out of favor like Aubameyang. But I don't think Aubameyang will be leaving, because, I think I saw something that said Aubameyang could only play for Barcelona or Chelsea this season because of some FIFA rule. So, yeah, man. And if we actually take a quick look at the injury table here for Chelsea, let's take a look at the injury table, right? Let's get my injury source here. They have 11 players with problems right about now. So N'Golo Kante, thigh injury. He's been ruled out for prolonged period, right? João Felix suspended, right? He's going to be back February 11th. 1 month. 1 month. this is crazy. Imagine bringing in a fresh player. Fresh. 11 million pounds for the loan deal. You could have, listen, you know how many academy players you could have bought with that kind of money? But okay, 6 months, 11 million, and you're gonna get a red card in your first game. Come on, man. You let the fan base down, you let your team down. I know it wasn't intentional, but he's the one that made the decision. He could have left Tete alone or just back off a little. Tete wasn't going to do nothing. Guaranteed he wasn't going to do nothing. Reece James, he's going to be out for a while, but it looks like he'll be back early February. Wesley Fofana, he's getting back close to full fitness, but they paid a ton load of money for him too. Injured. Ben Chilwell, he's been out for some time, and he's another player that has flopped at Chelsea too. Amanda Broja, he's out for some time. No return date. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, out. No return date. Raheem Sterling, the same. Christian Pulisic, the same. Edward Mendy, the same. Dennis Zakaria, now injured. In today's game, you don't know what's going to happen with him. When you had progressive players, in my opinion, I don't think Chelsea should have ever let go Callum Hudson-Odoi. That is a player that they should have kept at the club and developed. And the treatment of Callum Hudson-Odoi is despicable, right? Maybe it has something to do with the player, but if you look at some of the other players and the game time and, you know, the treatment that they're getting, it's not the same for Callum Hudson-Odoi, man. That's a player that is very, very dangerous, and with the right guidance and the right, you know, manager in charge, I think that player, he could be a really, really good player. But that's Chelsea's problems right there. A lot of players injured, out for a long period, and all that Graham Potter has to work with a bunch of kids, unproven talent in the Premier League, unproven at the highest level, and no wonder Chelsea are in free fall, man. No wonder they're in free fall, because you can't expect a young Lewis Hall to just hit the ground running like that. You see what I'm saying? You can't expect that. And with Zakaria out, that's more problems again. Jorginho, like I told you guys in the last stream, is a waste. I told you guys that, and maybe a lot of people probably say, hey, Dom, what are you talking about? Jorginho is a quality. Yeah, maybe he was a quality player, but it's a waste. Chelsea are not renewing his contract. He's gone in the summer. Look at this bench. Badia Chile, money spent. Money spent. Nobody talking about this? Why ain't nobody talking about this? But if it was Manchester City, everybody would have been talking about it, right? Yeah, go ahead. Spend $500 million for the whole, $500 million for the whole season. Spend $500 million this season. Marcus Thuram linked. Christopher Nkunku already signed. Romelu Lukaku is still a Chelsea player, by the way. You see what I mean? They're gonna take a big loss on him, even though it's from the old regime, right? But still, the club needs fixing. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but maybe Todd Bowley isn't the right man to own Chelsea. Maybe it's somewhat of a joke to him, career mode kind of joke. I don't know. I don't know. But it ain't looking good at all. It ain't looking good. Not looking good. And to be honest, as a rival, I love it. Can't say I don't. I'm going to keep it real. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Who else is loving this? Who else is loving watching Chelsea fail? Let me know, guys. Let me know in the chat. Talk to me in the chat. Big up everybody in the house. Appreciate you guys 100%. All right. So in terms of the Premier League, guys, we got games coming up tomorrow. We got Aston Villa playing Leeds, and then Saturday we got the Manchester Derby, Man United versus Manchester City. We got Wolves, West Ham, Forest, Leicester, Midlands Derby. We got Brighton, Liverpool, Everton, Southampton, bottom of the table clash. We got Brentford, Bournemouth. Chelsea will play Crystal Palace. Yeah, they're coming back on Sunday. Newcastle play Fulham, and the big North London derby between Tottenham and Arsenal. So, guys, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, but we ain't gonna rush. I think I'm gonna go live tomorrow again. So I don't want to talk about these things just yet. You see what I mean? There's hotter topics at hand to talk about. Don't want to touch on these things. These things are coming up on Sunday. Not yet. Not yet. Let's leave that to the other people, the Arsenal and the Spurs channels to talk about these things. You know, we're going to talk about the Manchester Derby and everything. But before we do that, man, let's talk about this disaster class of a Carabao Cup by Manchester City. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's go into the Carabao Cup quarterfinal. And let's just run through the scores really quick. Man United 3, Charlton 0. Anthony and Rashford with a brace 94th minute as Man United march on into the semifinals, where I think they did draw Nottingham Forest, if I'm not mistaken, right? So you see the draw? Yeah, Nottingham Forest will play Manchester United in the semifinals. And Southampton will play Newcastle. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to those, right? Newcastle 2, Leicester 0. Dan Burn doing his dance moves and everything in the dressing room after the game. You know, well done. You know, they're having fun over there at Newcastle. The new Newcastle, Joe Linton in the 72nd minute. New lease on life for the big Brazilian, formerly of Hoffenheim. So, poor match by Leicester, and they bow out of the EFL Cup. Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 1. Didn't watch this game because it was going on the same time as the disaster class of a performance by Manchester City yesterday. And Willy Bolly in the 18th minute against his old team Wolves. I wonder if he celebrated. I don't think he did. And Raul Jimenez with a well-needed goal in the 64th. Didn't watch the replay though. And in the penalty shootout, Forest won 4-3. And I have to say this about Forest. I'm happy for them because guess what? They were the laughing stock of the league before the World Cup, right? Oh, you signed 20-something players, last, bottom of the table, haha. You know, Steve Cooper don't know what he's doing. But remember, Steve Cooper took this club from towards the bottom of the championship table and got them promoted to the Premier League for the first time in donkey years. And now he's resurging again. So this ain't nothing new. Steve Cooper knows what he's doing, and that's why amid, I think they even extended his contract amid the failure because they knew that it was harsh to go and sack him. I bet if he was a Watford manager, he would have been sacked already, no doubt about that, but still, to go on to the EFL Cup semifinals, that is huge. That is huge. That's a great achievement, and because it's a cup, you never know what's going to happen. They could make the final. They could indeed make the final. You can't write them off, man. So in terms of the penalty shootouts there, you see Joe Hodge and Ruben Neves missed their penalty. Sam Surridge did miss his for Nottingham Forest there. So don't know what happened in the game. I didn't watch it, so can't give you more context or anything. We're going to move on. But big up everybody watching the stream right about now. Appreciate you guys in here. You guys are the real deal. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Do appreciate you guys big time. And let's talk about this disaster class of a match, man. This has to be the worst, the absolute worst I've seen Man City play under Pep Guardiola. And trust me, I've seen a lot of games. I've seen the loss to Lyon in the Champions League, to Real Madrid, to Kylian Mbappe and Monaco. I've seen that loss to Liverpool in the Champions League, the 1-2 Spurs in the Champions League. We've seen those, right? We've seen those. We've seen a few upsets in the Premier League, losses to teams like Wolves, Leeds, Crystal Palace, few losses to Liverpool, you know what I'm saying, to Spurs. You know, we haven't seen a lot of losses on the Pep Guardiola. Let's not act like if Pep lose a lot of games, because he absolutely does not. But this one has to go down as one of the worst losses on the Pep Guardiola, because it was an absolute poor performance. It was a shit show of a performance. Never seen the team play this badly. No shots on target for the entire game. Think I'm lying? Let's take a look at the stats right there. 7 shots, none on target. Are you kidding me? Pep Guardiola thinks this is career mode. All right, you got a strong team. Okay, you just beat Chelsea. Okay, let's give this player a game. All right, let's play it. Let's play Calvin Phillips, even though you just called him fat a few weeks ago. Let's give him his debut. For what? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Overconfidence, man. Underestimating Southampton. I underestimated Southampton too, I'm not going to lie. But look, in the previous game, Haaland didn't play. De Bruyne didn't play. You got to bring him back. Look. You think I'm making this thing up? We just played in the FA Cup. This is the team that played in the FA Cup. Look at the team. Alvarez, Mahrez, Palmer. You see any Haaland? You see any De Bruyne in there? Why you not play them? They rested already. Bring them back. Stop taking this thing for a joke. You got me talking about we could win the damn domestic treble, and look, you're going to lose the fucking quarterfinals to Southampton, who's last in the league. Absolute embarrassment. They should have won 4-0, if you ask me. That's how bad we played. You see what I mean? We couldn't get the ball in the back of the net, even if they took the goalkeeper out of the net. You see what I'm saying? No shots on target. None. Stefan Ortega, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you, bro. Stefan Ortega had a magnificent game in the Champions League, right? I was saying, this guy is really damn good. I'm like, wow, this guy's good. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, this is the guy that we actually have to play. You see, I think that was a game against Dortmund, right? I think that was a game against Dortmund, the Sevilla game. One of them. I think it was a Dortmund game. One game I saw this guy, man. I was like, God damn. Stefan Ortega has to be playing ahead of Edison. That's how much I was convinced. But in the last few games I've seen Stefan Ortega, he's been nothing short of doo-doo. Stefan Ortega. This is Stefan Ortega right here in the goal. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys exactly what Stefan Ortega has been. See that right there? That's Stefan Ortega in the last couple games. And Man City fans will know exactly what I'm talking about. First goal. I know it was a good goal. That was a good goal by Sekou Mara. Was it savable? Maybe if your position was better, yeah. But the second goal, God damn, what are you doing off your line? No reason to be off your line. None at all. Who do you think you are? Edison Moraes? Edison? Come on, man. Come on. Poor performance. Still pissed off. I don't even know what I saw yesterday. I really don't know what I saw yesterday. I was saying to myself, yeah, we 1-0 down. We're going to come back. Then they score another. We're 2-0 down. Yeah, we could come back from this. Never look like coming back. Not even once. You see what I mean? So you got to give this Southampton team a lot of credit. Lianco, Chaleta Sarr, these guys are massive, man. Kyle Walker-Peters, you couldn't get past this kid. These guys were good. They were really good. Gineppo scoring his first goal in 3 seasons. Sekou Mara, his first goal ever for the club. That's how bad we were. That's how bad we were. Okay? Jack Grealish, terrible. Terrible. I'm not one to criticize Grealish every game because in the previous game in the FA Cup against Chelsea, he was good. And I spoke about this. I said my problem with Jack Grealish is his inconsistency. One good game, next game, dog shit. You see what I'm saying? This ain't no joke, Grealish. This is not a joke. What happened to the Aston Villa Jack Grealish? Because you do play with a lot of freedom. What happened to the Aston Villa Jack Grealish? Oh no, you getting paid more money now? You think you're the shit now? You better get your act together or you'll be shipped out back to Aston Villa next season. Won't be surprised if it happens. Grealish got to get his act together. Cole Palmer was absolute garbage in the game. And I like Cole Palmer. I really like the kid. But he's no Foden. Because he's a selfish kid. Foden has his ways, but he's clinical. Cole Palmer does not pass the ball when he needs to pass the ball. His decision making is poor. He lingers on the ball way too long. When he's supposed to lay off the ball, he's still trying to dribble. Pass the fucking ball, bro. Seriously. That's me watching the game, and these are things I'm saying. Annoying. Seriously annoying. Calvin Phillips didn't have any effect on the game, basically. You see what I mean? It was not a great performance at all. Why did we... You see what... Why? Absolutely why we have Manuel Akanji, Nathan Ake on the bench and you're playing Kyle Walker as a center back? Tell me. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, because João Cancelo plays in midfield, so basically Kyle Walker is a right back. You see what I'm saying? You see? You take Southampton for joke and you got punished, Pep. And this thing keeps happening time and time again. This right here is an example of what keeps happening to Man City under Pep Guardiola. Yeah, we win league titles, we win FA Cup, we win Carabao Cup, but this is why we're not winning the fucking Champions League, because of bullshit like this that Pep keeps on pulling. You see what I'm saying? If we had a great performance in the FA Cup game, why not play the same strong team along with De Bruyne and Haaland? Throw Alvarez over on the right up. Where's Mahrez? Why Mahrez didn't play and he was so good in the last game? Man, come on, man. Come on, I'm fed up with this bullshit. We better not lose against freaking Man United. We better not lose. So I'm thinking, okay, we lose this game. It will be a wake-up call that we cannot lose 2 on the bounce against United. Okay, so maybe this is the only positive we might be able to take out of this, that we will come harder against Manchester United. But give it up to Nathan Jones and Southampton. They fully deserve the victory. Fully deserve it. Worst performance I've ever seen under Pep Guardiola. No creativity. No clinical. No, the player's not clinical in the final third. Well, you can't really be clinical if you're not getting any service. Poor decision making. And the list goes on. And this is also in defense. Poor decision making in defense. You're going to allow Lianco. Give the ball away. Allow Lianco to run up and square tomorrow. Bam in the... Come on, man. Poor defending. We're missing Ruben Diaz. Definitely missing Ruben Diaz. Missing him. I like Sergio Gomez, though. He looked good going down the left. Very attacking. But the defensive side of his game is a little weak. But that's fine. You got time to work. Pep ain't leaving yet. He's signed a new contract until 2025. These players have time to develop, but you can't be costing a team potential trophies like this, man. Foden, nah, he didn't have a good game. Nobody had a great game. But I have to give a lot of credit, though. I have to give the credit to Akanji. When Akanji came on, we looked a lot better. When De Bruyne came on, we looked a lot better. Nathan Ake, we looked better. Rodri, we looked better. But we still, it was too far gone, and we couldn't pull it off. We really couldn't. And this is because of Southampton's unrelenting pressing, their will to go on to win this game, because they're struggling in the Premier League right now and they need something to uplift them. And this could at least be the catalyst that could save Southampton's season. Bringing in Mislav Orsic is a great move, and they do have the talent that they could work with as well. Guys like Sammy Dozy, formerly of Manchester City, he's been, looking good. Che Adams, you know how good he is. James Ward-Prowse, the magician on the dead ball. So, look, I wish Southampton all the best, and I congratulate them for a very good victory. And maybe even if we played a better game, we would have still lost. Who knows? Let's just let that digest. Just let it digest for a second. Let it digest. All right, digested? Okay. That's my take, man. That's my take on the game. Talk to me in the chat, guys. Talk to me. Victor Jomo, João Cancelo did not have a great game. He didn't have a great game. I do agree with you. He's not the best defensively. I do agree with you. You know what I'm saying? We will get to the Supercopa de España. I didn't watch it, but I have been following along with the scores. Don't know what happened in the Barcelona game. I picked Real Betis to go through. I picked the Betis Real Madrid final. Let's see if I don't know what happened, but we'll get to that pretty soon, though. DVB, Man City is a good English club, but a mediocre club in world football. I don't agree with you. Don't agree with you. Don't put mediocre nowhere near Manchester City. Big up to Shane Musse. Appreciate you. Big up to David Moon, who said, hi, Dom. We Chelsea fans suffer under Potter. We want Tuchel back. I don't think you guys want Tuchel back, man. Tuchel was very negative. Very, very negative and boring, in my opinion. So, look. Big win for Southampton, and they make the semifinals. Let's take a look at the semifinals, and I have some hot takes to do with the semifinals, right? So, the semifinals, Newcastle, Southampton, right? Let's take a look at this. And the game will be at St. Mary's Stadium, of course. Home advantage for Southampton. And it will be a tough game against Newcastle, who are on absolute fire this season under Eddie Howe. So, Southampton, this could be something that could inspire them to a revival of some sort in the Premier League. And I hope they stay up, though. The league needs Southampton. They're looking to be a bit better in the way they could hold on to players and all of that. Recruitment is still good, but they need to hold on to players a bit longer. And I think if they do go down, they're the only ones to blame for that. And this is actually the first time that I've noticed that the ball on top the Southampton logo has a halo over it for the Saints. Never noticed that. But wow, I guess you learn something new every day, right? So if either one of these clubs get to the final, it will be a massive achievement. It's already a massive achievement getting to the semis. But this is what I have to say. Great on Southampton. Great. Get to the semis. But Newcastle United could actually go on to win this thing. Newcastle United. Let us say Man United, and I really hope Manchester United does not make the final. Because I would love if a Newcastle, Southampton, or Nottingham Forest takes home this trophy. But on the flip side, right? If I want to just be unbiased, because I'm a City fan, I want to be unbiased. And I want to throw that, just be a football fan. If Man United go on to win this, and they do have a great opportunity to get past Forest and go on to win the Carabao Cup, first piece of major silverware available this season in England. If they go on to win that trophy, that could actually mark something great in terms of Erik ten Hag's tenure as a Manchester United manager. It would already show positive signs. It would already, show the club that is heading in the right direction, and all the decisions that were made leading up to the hiring of Eric Ten Hag would have been the right ones. You see what I'm saying? And if they go on to win the Carabao Cup, which I think they're definitely capable of, they're one of the favorites now, along with Newcastle, to go on to win that. But any club go on to win the EFL Cup right now, it will be a great achievement for that club. Whether it's Man United, who are trophy laden, it would still be a big achievement because the cabinet has been not fed for the last 10 years or so. Enough, right? 1 or 2 trophies, but not enough trophies. Forest do it, it'll be great. Newcastle do it, we'll be like, wow, it's a sign of things to come. Southampton are the least likely to go on to do it, but that'll be massive as well. Guys, Man United, Carabao Cup final. It's looming. They could make it, right? Let's say they do make it, and let's say they do go on to win that. Let's say they win it. Then the FA Cup. Play Reading. They're going to fancy their chances of winning that too. Europa League. I know they got Barcelona. But United could have their eyes on the Europa League as well. This could be a very successful season for Eric Ten Hag and United. Because remember, look at the table. If we look at the table, let's go back. If we look at the table, they're not far off at all, guys. They are not far off. If they win that derby this weekend, they'll be 1 point behind Manchester City. 1 point. And if Arsenal fuck up, well, Man United could close them in. So season's still young, guys. We're just creeping up on the halfway mark and anything could happen. It is still young. It is still young indeed. Big up to Melina in the house. Appreciate you, Melina. I see some jitters kicking in the Arsenal camp. You guys have to grow some balls, man. You know what I mean? I see the doubts kicking in, Melina. Don't tell me I don't see the doubt. Tell me you don't see the doubts kicking in the fan base. It's kicking in. It's setting in. Setting in, guys, setting in. Unfamiliar territory. It's kicking in. But with that being said, guys, that's a quick roundup of that Premier League game between Chelsea, Fulham, and me talking about the Carabao Cup loss yesterday to Southampton, of course. Looking at the Carabao Cup semis. We took a look at what's coming up this weekend in the Premier League as well. So, with that being said, we're not going to take a look at the lower leagues today because we're going to do that in another live stream. Let's go straight to the SUPERCOPA de España. Let's go. SUPERCOPA de España. Did Betis win? Betis. They lost on penalties. What a bummer. Both games went to penalties. And Barcelona and Real Madrid are in the final of the SUPERCOPA de España for an El Clásico. And this is what the promoters, this is what the organizers want. This is what La Liga want. This is what Saudi Arabia wants. Yeah, guys, the competition is being played in Saudi Arabia. This is what they want, man. This is what they want. They want the El Clásico in the competition, and they got what they wanted. This is massive. I can't say I'm definitely tuning in because, let me see, Sunday, when is this game being played? Yeah, Sunday is not a good day. Sunday's a North London derby. Hopefully it's not playing at the same time. Definitely will tune into this game though. But let's take a look at the semifinals here. SUPERCOPA de España. Real Madrid 1, Valencia 1. Benzema in the 39th minute from the penalty spot. Samuel Lino in the 46th minute. The game went to penalties, and Real Madrid won 4-3. And we got the penalty shootout right there. Real Madrid scoring all their 4 penalties. Eric Comert and Jose Luis Gaya missed their penalties as Real Madrid ramped to a 4-3 win in the shootout. We take a look at the lineups here. All right, so we had a couple Spaniards starting. Two Spaniards the last game that they lost to Villarreal. No Spaniards started for the first time in about maybe 125 years or so. And you look at the team, pretty strong team, pretty strong team, versatile, Nacho. Waste of a player, Lucas Vasquez, if you ask me. Fede Valverde, Tony Cruz, Camavinga, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Benzema. Very strong team. We take a look at the Murcielago, Villarreal, not Villarreal, Valencia, the Bats. Well, look, man, 3 losses on the bounce, not looking good at all. See Justin Clivert, Yunus Musa, Edinson Cavani, Samuel Lino, Lato. You know what I mean? Just some Thierry Correa, just some players, Jose Luis Gaia, so on and so forth, man. Yeah, Gattuso is definitely under some pressure right about now. Take a look at the bench. You saw Asensio, Modric, Carvajal, Ceballos, and Ferland Mendy off the bench there for Real Madrid. Fulker. This is where Dimitri Fulker is now playing at Valencia. I didn't even know that. Fran Perez, Hugo Duro, Ilish Moriba. Isn't Moriba former Barcelona man? Yep. And Hugo Guillamon. So that's the verdict. Real Madrid through to the final of the Supercopa de Espanha. Barcelona game, guys. Robert Lewandowski back from suspension, 48-minute goal. Nabil Fekir, 77th minute. The game went into extra time. Ansu Fati in the 93rd. Lorenzo Garcia in the 101st minute. Andres Guardado, the Mexican legend, did get sent off in the 118th minute. Went to pens. And, of course, Barcelona were victorious. Let's take a look at the penalty shooter here. Barcelona scored all their 4 penalties with Robert Lewandowski, Frank Kessié, Ansu Fati, and Pedri scoring, while William Jose and Lorenzo Garcia scored theirs, but Juanmi and William Carvalho, the Portuguese man, missed theirs, as Barcelona set up a clash with Real Madrid, an El Clásico final in the Supercopa de España. So that's it for that, guys. Who do you think will go on to win that competition, man? Eat my hummus. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up to Richard 7 in the house. Bless up to you. Happy New Year to you as well. And he says, as a Seleção fan, what do you expect and make of Vinny, Rodrigo Militao, and Rafinha at the World Cup? Underwhelming. Underwhelming. That sums up everything right there. Underwhelming. Brazil, they have been underwhelming for the last 16 years. I'm not going to say 20 because they did win in 2002, but they've been underwhelming, man. You think back of that 2006 squad that had Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Robinho, Adriano, Kaká, and they still didn't win the World Cup? That's Brazil. That's Brazil for you. Big up Errol Brown in the house. Appreciate you coming through. Elevator and escalator. Big up to you, IZ. Big up to you. Big up everybody in the house, man. Guys, make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. We just touch upon the Supercopa de España. So, guys, what else is there to talk about? We got a few things to talk about. And let me see. Let me make sure I talk about everything that I said I was going to talk about in the title. I think I did. I think I touched on everything, right? But I said there's going to be more. So let's talk about some more things, okay? Let's talk about some more things, man. And what else could we talk about? Let's just touch on Ligue 1 because there were some Ligue 1 games. Let's touch on that. I'm wondering if I actually got to talk about the Coupe de France matches that were played. I think I did, I think I did. But let's take a look at Coupe de France. Coupe de France. Yeah, I think that competition is going on. And yeah, exactly, Dom. Exactly. There was a game played yesterday, and there was a few games just played. Okay, so whatever this team called, man, Waskowal, they defeated Reims Saint-On 4-2 on penalties, and it's a round of 64, right? January 6th. I don't think I actually take a look. I don't think I took a look at this, right? I really don't. But should I go through this though? I don't think I should. I don't think I should though. You know what I mean? I really don't think I should. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's go to the Coupe de France. We got the Bundesliga coming up as well, guys. So we got to take a look at the Bundesliga. And let's give me some time. Let me get the song track in the background going. I don't know if you guys are hearing the music in the background, but I'm hearing it. So round of 64. I think I ran through this already. I think I did. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. This is too many names to call out. Yeah, way too many names, man. Way too many names. I'm not gonna do that at all. But I'm not doing that. Way too many names to go through. But the Coupe de France is going on, and yeah, I think I did go through this already. Toulouse 7, Lorient 6, Reims 7. Yeah, I went through this already. Let's take a look at Ligue 1. There was some fresh Ligue 1 games, and let's take a look. I didn't watch the highlights or anything. Didn't get the time to do it, but let's take a look at the Ligue 1 games from match week 18. All the matches were actually played yesterday, okay? And before we run through the Ligue 1 games, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We want to take a look at what's coming up this weekend in terms of the Serie A. The Bundesliga is coming back pretty soon. We'll take a look at some of the other leagues as well, right? So, Brest 0, Lille 0. And guys, do not say, look, never ever say this to a female. Never say Lille Brest, okay? Never. Very insulting. So, Lille and Brest played to a 0-0 draw. Clermont Foot beat Rennes 2-1. And Rennes, who were actually didn't lose a game since August, have now lost a couple, a flurry of games. I think 2 losses in their last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at Rennes. So, Rennes, they did beat Bordeaux in the French Cup, but they did lose to Reims. So, you see, lost to Reims and lost to Clermont Foot. Teams that they should be beaten, in my opinion. So, Grejan Caillé in the 31st minute. Arnaud Calumuendo, the former PSG man, in the 74th. But then disaster struck. Oh, that explains it. Benjamin Burigo sent off in the 77th minute, and Mohamed Omari sent off in the 83rd minute. So 2 red cards for Rennes, and Johan Gastien made them pay with a late goal in the 95th minute. So very, very good win there for Clermont Foot. Nantes 0, Lyon 0, Auxerre 0, Toulouse 5. Wow, big win for Toulouse. Fares Chaibi, Anthony Rouault, Branco van den Boomen, what a name, penalty in the 41st minute. Zakaria Abouklal, the Moroccan, in the 75th, and Tis Dalinga in the 88th. Big win for Toulouse. They needed that. So we go down. Ajaccio 0, Reims 1. Marshall Munetsi in the 3rd minute. And the reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because when we see these players move from the league on to the Premier League or other leagues, other clubs in other leagues, we would know. It won't be like, oh, I don't know who that guy is. Yeah, we wouldn't know because we've been talking about League On. We're going to be talking about Bundesliga. We're going to be talking about the Spanish League. You see what I'm saying? So I'm doing things a little bit different in 2023, man. Not just Premier League. I want to attract more viewers to the channel, man. This is one way to keep the channel alive and keep things going. Because to be honest, man, just doing the Premier League alone was getting me real bored. So PSG 2, Angers 0. Hugo Ekitike in the 5th minute. And Lionel Messi, the great, the GOAT, back from the World Cup with a bang in the 72nd minute. And let's check the lineups. Let's see who played for PSG here. So Neymar back from suspension. Neymar, Messi, Ikitike. Where's Mbappe? Was he rested? What's going on here? No Mbappe. Wow. But anyways, no Mbappe. No problem. Juan Bernat, I forgot he was still playing for PSG. Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, new signings. Nardi Mukiele, another new signing. Sergio Ramos, Marquinhos, Danilo Pereira, and Gianluigi Donnarumma. The thing about PSG, right? You got to give them credit, man. They do make some really good signings. It's because they do have the money as well, but they do make some very, very good signings, though. So, Keylor Navas is still rotting on the bench, so is Sergio Rico. But off the bench came Carlos Soler, youngster by the name of El Chadaile Bichiabu. Wow. Warren Zaire Emery. I've been hearing his name being thrown around. A lot of youngsters on the bench, though. Bench is a little light. You ain't gonna win the Champions League with that bench. But it's crazy, though. It's crazy. If PSG don't win the Champions League, that'll be laughable as well. Yeah, Man City too. All laughable. Because you have Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, and you still can't win. Something's off, man. You see what I'm saying? Something is off. But 2-0, Man City's sister club, Marseille 2. Chancellor Mbemba and Jordan Veretout with the goals. And we move. Strasbourg 2. Big up to Steve. Lens 2. In this game, he had Alexis Claude Morris in the 11th minute. Sanyan Persic in the 13th. Kevin Gamero, if you don't know, the former Sevilla man, is playing for Strasbourg these days. That's a good reminder for me too. 16-minute goal, and Louis Openda, the Belgian, in the 33rd. So Lens bagging a point, but even though they drop points from a winning position after scoring in the 11th minute. So Lens doing pretty good in the league this season, though. So Nice 6, big win. Montpellier 1. Ross Barkley, guys, with a brace. Nicola Pepe with a brace. Kefren Turam in the 35th minute, and Andy Delort in the 75th minute. Teji Savanier did score consolation for Montpellier. So Ross Barkley having a new lease on life over there in France. You know, if you're not making it in England, just go to France, man. Go somewhere else. You just might make it. Look at Tammy Abraham. Look at Chris Smalling. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to stay in England and suffer. Come on, man. Come on. They don't love you. They don't love you. They're going to boo you. So you go to another club and you know what I mean? You build yourself and maybe you come back a better player. Lorient 2, Monaco 2. A lot of draws, though. A lot of draws in this week's games. Dango Watura, remember he lit up the AFCON. 75th minute, and Terran Murphy, who's been having a great season. Goal scorers for Lorient. Bril Mbolo and Wissam Ben Yedder, who scored the late equalizer, scored for Monaco. So who's in charge of Monaco these days, you may ask, guys? You scroll down. Clement, I think he's a former Club Brugge manager, if I'm not mistaken, Philippe Clement. So we go, man. Lorient. Who's in charge of Lorient these days, guys? I don't know this guy by the name of Regis Lebris. Don't know him. But that's what Ligue 1 looks like this week, guys. Let's take a look at the standings. Paris Saint-Germain, 6-point gap on the top, 47 points. Lens, second with 41. Marseille, third, 39 points. Rennes with 24 points. They're fourth. We got Monaco, fifth with 34. And the rest of the top 10 reads Lorient, Lille, Lyon, Clermont-Foot, and Nice. The bottom half. And, oh, by the way, guys, Nice sat their manager, Lucien Favre, as well. So that's some news in Ligue 1. We're going to click the news section just now. But we got Reims, Toulouse, Troyes, Nantes, Montpellier, Ajaccio outside the relegation zone. And guys, by the way, 4 clubs will be relegated this season as Ligue 1 are going to go back to 18 teams in their top division. So 4 teams get directly relegated. And right now, Stade Brest, Auxerre, Strasbourg, and Angers are occupying those positions. Stats, guys: Kylian Mbappe and Neymar leads the goal scoring charts. Terry Murphy, 11 goals. Lacazette, Folarin Balogun, Jonathan David rounded off. Messi, Neymar, Jonathan Klaus, Florian Sotoka, Benjamin Borrego, Branco Van Dan Boomen, Cao Oliveira Silva, Dango Watura, Jean Rickner Belgrade, Remy Cabella, and Ronnie Lopez are the most creative players in the league. We check the news section, guys. Let's see what we find here, man. Let's see what we find. Strasbourg become the latest fretful Ligue 1 club to sack their manager. So Strasbourg sacked their manager as well. I didn't know this, but we're learning things. We're learning things, all right? With 4 teams going down to Ligue 1 at the end of the season, top flight clubs are even more jittery than usual, right? Let's make this a little bigger for your reading. You can read along. Julian Stefan has been sacked by Strasbourg. All right, that's all we need to know, guys. Let's go. All we need to know, his name, Julian Stefan. I didn't know his name. So West Ham battle Everton for League on hot shot. Who is this player? Let's find out. Let us find out. Let's make this a little bigger, and we're going to find out, right? So Dango Watura, okay. All right. Okay. So he's been linked. 20 years old, Burkina Faso man. He was hot at the AFCON, so he's good. He's good. So he could be on the move. All right, we learned everything we needed to know there. Let's keep it moving, though. Let's see. Crystal Palace hold talks to sign Dango Watura. Oh, wow. So we just talked about him, Everton, West Ham, and now it's Crystal Palace. All right, so Bournemouth owner Bill Foley spotted in France as he closes up a deal to take a stake in Lorient. Okay, so let me see what else we got in terms of news, guys. Ligue 1 club Toulouse poised to sign Celtic transfer target Said Humulic. Aston Villa right back Frederick Gilbert maybe headed back to Ligue 1. Okay, and of course Lucien Favre sacked, man. And I didn't even know PSG did this. Look, PSG did this, guys. Let's take a look there. I didn't even notice. They wore shirts with Pele on top of it. All right, why is this thing popping up, man? Very, very good gesture. Eternal Pele. And guys, that is why Pele is on the thumbnail of this video, man. Because he's eternally. I'm going to keep him on the thumbnail all season, man. So that's it for Ligue 1, guys. Let's move on to the Bundesliga. Let's look at the Bundesliga and see what's coming up next Friday. This is the Bundesliga schedule as we go into the Rückrunde, the second half of the Bundesliga season. RB Leipzig will take on FC Bayern München. Big one to start things off. Eintracht Frankfurt, Schalke, another massive clash. Bochum versus Hertha Berlin. Union Berlin versus Hoffenheim. Wolfsburg would play Freiburg, who's doing well this season again. VfB Stuttgart will play Mainz. Cologne will play Werder Bremen. Dortmund will take on Augsburg. And Borussia Mönchengladbach will take on Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Borussia Bayer Leverkusen. I got a little carried away there, though. I actually saw Leverkusen and thought it was Borussia Leverkusen. I got carried away, but that's a big game, though. Isn't that a derby of some sort? I don't even know, man. Listen, I got my head stuck up the Premier League's ass for so long that I've ignored a lot of the other leagues, but ain't gonna do it no more. This is what the stats looks like. Christopher Nkunku on route to Chelsea next season has 12 goals. Marcus Thuram on route to Chelsea next season has 10 goals, or maybe this season, who knows. Nicholas Fulkrug did well at the World Cup. He got 10. Jamal Musiala, the wonder kid, on fire with 9. Vincenzo Grifo, the Italian Talisman with 9 as well. Brilliant from the free kick from the dead ball as well. Randall Colomuani with 9 assists. Breakout player of the season. Best free transfer. Alisson player with 7. Dominic Szoboszlai with 7. Jamal Musiala and Mitchell Weiser round off the most creative players in the German Bundesliga. Danke. And we move on. But big up everybody in here, man. Let's see what's going on with the Eredivisie. Dutch Eredivisie. Let's take a look. We're making a rounds right now. Let's make a rounds, guys, around the European leagues, right? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what happened. 22 MN nil. Volwijk nil. Heerenveen nil. Is it Alkmaar 1. Vitesse 1. Fortuna Sittard nil. Go Ahead Eagles 2. PSV nil. Sparta Rotterdam nil. Utrecht and Feyenoord played to a 1-1 draw. Cambuur nil. Volendam 3. Ajax and NEC Breda played to a 1-1 draw. And Excelsior and Groningen. Excelsior won the game a goal to nil. Very uneventful week in the Eredivisie, if you ask me. Anything in terms of the news? Let me see. Ten Hag wants his own Cody Gakpo as Man United boss lands on Eredivisie live wire for next signing. World Cup star also. Who are they talking about? Let's find out. Let us find out who they're linked to. Let's find out, man. Let's find out who this player is. Let me see. Let me just do some quick reading. Is it, are we talking about Weghorst? Are we talking about Weghorst? Because I hope not. Okay. I got a little hype there, but okay. Okay. So Ten Hag plotting bigger striker move. Kudos could be going there. Victor Osimhen, Harry Kane. Okay. Listen, Harry Kane, bro, it's about time you leave Spurs, man. Seriously. Spurs ain't winning a goddamn trophy. You're going to have to make the tough decision and leave. Should have gone to City. Matter of fact, I'm glad he didn't go to Man City, though, because we got Haaland. Red Hot Bobby Adekanye is showing why Liverpool wanted to keep him. Okay. All right. But we're not going to go too deep into that. The standings, guys. Feyenoord on top the Eredivisie with 34 points after 15 matches. Ajax is second with 31. PSV third. 20th fourth with 30. AZ Alkmaar with 30. And there's a 5-point gap between Sparta Rotterdam, Utrecht. So Heerenveen and NEC, along with Go Ahead Eagles, round off the top 10. And we go down to the bottom half. Cambuur, Volendam in the relegation spots. MN just outside in the playoff. Groningen in a bit of trouble. Vitesse doing okay. Fortuna Sittard, Excelsior, Volwijk. That's what the Eredivisie looks like. The stat man, Cody Gakpo, Brian Brobe. You know, Cody Gakpo left already. Brian Brobe, Danilo, Bergwijn, Xavi Simons having a breakout season there in the Eredivisie. Gakpo, the most creative and the most lethal player in the league, picked up by Liverpool. Shock signing. Dusan Tadic, a former Southampton man, with 10 assists. Ousmane Tanane with 7. Maximilian Vitek with 5. Vito Van Krooi with 5 as well. So remember, guys, Burak Yilmaz is playing for Fortuna Sittard over there in the Eredivisie. They were struggling a bit, and they're now climbing back up the table. So give it up to Burak Yilmaz, who's heavily involved in the coaching as well over there in the club, from what I read. So big up everybody in the stream. Appreciate you guys still in here right about now. Make sure you guys smash up the thumbs up button for the live stream. Just making a quick rounds around Europe. What other league you guys want me to see? Peace out. Eat my hummus. Peace out. Oh man. So look. Portuguese league. Let's go. Let's see what's going on in the Portuguese league. So standings. Benfica on top with 40 points. 6-point gap between them and Braga. Then Porto a third. Sporting a fourth. Casa Pia, newly promoted, a fifth. Vitória Guimarães, 24th points with 6. Aruca, we'll have Chavez and Boavista round off the top 10, while towards the bottom, Pacos Ferreira with 3 points, probably the worst club across the European top leagues. Maritimo, Gil Vicente, Santa Clara, Estoril, Praia, Famalicão, Vizela, and Portimonense are in the bottom half of the table. Any news coming out of the Portuguese league? Nothing here to show us. Stats, Gonzalo Ramos could be on the move next summer. Mediterranean, who knows where he's going. Fran Navarro, Ricardo Horta, all performing well along with Pedro Gonçalves and João Mario. Ivo Rodriguez, Mediterranean, Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro is definitely on the move, guys. Marcus Edwards could be on the move. He looked good in the Champions League this season for Sporting. And also, Steven Estacio doing well. Thiago Gouveia, Pepe, Abel Ruiz, Ricardo Horta. So that's the Portuguese league. What are you guys saying in the chat right about now? Big up everybody. Appreciate you guys. Let's take a look at the SPFL, the Scottish League. Big up to the boy Doug. So Scottish Professional League, let's go. Let's take a look at the table, man. I just want to take a look at the table, man. That's it. Let's take a look at the main table. Celtic on top, 58 points, running away with the league. Rangers are second, 49 points. Hearts are third with 32 points. Look at that gap, though. Rangers and Celtic have not lost a game all season. Am I right? Am I seeing this correctly? I thought Rangers played Celtic already, and this is crazy. What? Is this the right table? Let me leagues. They have the Championship, the Premiership, League One, League Two. I don't know what's going on in that. Let me see the Championship. What's going on? Okay, that's the second tier. Okay, the second tier, Dundee. Okay, wow. Okay, I didn't know there were 4 tiers in Scottish football. Seriously. Let me see this table. Let me see if I see any recognizable club. Wow. Look at, I can't even say some of these names, man. But anyways, we're going to move, though. We're going to move. But apparently, that's what's going on. Results. Let's check the results. Rangers beat Dundee 2-0. Hibernian beat Motherwell 3-2. We got Aberdeen beating St. Johnstone's 2-0. Celtic beating Kilmarnock 2-0. You had Livingston beating Ross County 2-0. St. Mirren and Hearts playing to a 1-1 draw. Aberdeen, Ross County. All right, we're going back a little bit too far, though. So, but the table, Rangers and Celtic unbeaten. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought, but wait. Oh, now I'm remembering. There's only that club from Luxembourg who's unbeaten, I think, in all competitions this season. The only club still unbeaten. Club from Luxembourg. So that's what's going on in the Scottish League, guys. Stats Center. Let's see. Kyogo Furuhashi with the most goals, 15. Lawrence Shanklin of Hearts with 15 as well. Antonio Choliak with 11. Bojan Miovski of Aberdeen with 11. Kevin Van Veen with 9. Motherwell. Luis Lopez of Aberdeen with 9. James Tavernier with 7 of Rangers. You got Liel Abada of Celtic with 7. Georgios Giacomakis with 6. And Jota, who's a great, maybe I shouldn't say great, but is a great prospect with 6 goals. So we touched on the Scottish League there, guys. Big up to the boy, Demo Dre. Appreciate you, Demo Dre. Nice to see you, man. Are you still at work, bro? Shout out to Demo Dre, guys. Let's take a look at the Belgian League as requested. Belgian League. I got some things I want to look at, but I want to look at some transfers. But just let's take a look at the Belgian League. That's the last league I'm going to look at, right? Belgian First Division. Let's take a look here. So this is what's going on. Let's just take a look at the standings. Genk on top, 49 points. Union Saint-Gilloise with 42. Antwerp with 39, Club Bruges with 34, Ghent, Standard Liège, Westerlo, Sint-Truiden, whatever this club name, man. Damn, heavily, whatever, man. Oosten, is that Oosten? No, that's not Oosten. But whatever that club name, Oud Heavily, whatever. Cercle Bruges, run off the top 10 with Anderlecht, Charleroi, Eupen, Mechelen, Kortrijk, Oosten, Zulke, Waregem, and RFC Serang in last position. There's two phases of this league, man. There's another phase where a few clubs go on and play in the championship phase, I think. So yeah, that's the Belgian league for you in terms of stats. Paul Onuachu, Nigerian with 14 goals. Mario Gonzalez with 11. He played for Oud Heavily, Leuven. Vincent Janssen with 11. Dante Van Zier with 9. And Hugo Kuipers with 9. Mike Endayashimiya, whatever you call him, man, he got 13 assists. Joseph Painstill, he's from Ghana, I think, with 7 assists. Teddy Teuma with 7. Adem Zogani with 6. Whatever, man. I'm not wasting my time with that. Turkish Super League. Oh, man, these names are killing me, man. Let's not leave Turkey behind, man. Galatasaray leads the league with 39 points. Fenerbahce second with 34. Istanbul Başakşehir with 34. Adana Demirspor with 30 points. Besiktas with Dele Alli with 29 points. Where's Balotelli playing these days? Is he? I think he's somewhere in the Swiss league, you know. Trabzonspor 29 points as well, guys. That's what the Turkish league looks like, man. You know, Sivasspor doing well in Europe, but not well in the league, but it's still early. But let's take a look at the Swiss league. Swiss Super League. Yep, the Swiss league. Let's go. Stats. Is Balotelli up there? I'm pretty sure Balotelli plays in this league, man. Pretty sure. Jean-Pierre Nsame with 9 goals. Zanchela with 8. Cedric Iten, Young Boys with 6. Hayo Kawabe with 6. Emmanuel Latelat. Wow, what a name. But anyways, where does Balotelli play, guys? Where's Balotelli these days? Big up to the obvious girl, man. Appreciate you coming through. Oh, you just got home, Demo? Okay. Cool. You home early, man. Thought you usually get home mad late. You home early. But the Swiss League, where does Balotelli play, man? Where does Balotelli play? Yeah, he's playing for Sion. You see, I checked. Plays for Sion. Whoa! Sion 2, St. Gallen 7. November 3rd. November 12th. I didn't even notice. Balotelli scored from the penalty spot. Giovanni Sio. Remember him? He used to play in the French league, I think. But this Emmanuel Lat guy scored a hat-trick. Shadrach Akolo. I think he used to play. Where did Akolo used to play in the damn. I know who he is. But wow, though. 7-2. God damn. But Balotelli, he's still scoring. 0-0. Did Balotelli get sent off here? Nah. Batata. But Balotelli is over in the Swiss league these days. The man is over in Switzerland just chilling in the Alps. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to see some more Sion games. Yeah, he's scoring penalties though. And one thing that one time, guys, I didn't notice, but Balotelli, I found this out a long time ago, but I didn't know before I found out. But he's like one of the best penalty takers, like ever in the sport. He's just so damn good, man. He's just so damn good. Mario Balotelli. Crazy. Did he play for Italy like the other day? Would have been nice if he was still in the squad and Italy went to the World Cup and he rose up again. It's crazy when you think about Balotelli when he was at Man City though. When he was at Man City, future looked bright, but the behavior, man, the behavior. When he was at Inter, Mourinho, but the man's played for Inter. He played for AC Milan. He played for Liverpool. Freaking played for City. When he left Liverpool, where did he go? I think he went back to Italy, man. He played for Nice. But Mario Balotelli is just a freaking enigma, man. Telling you. But I like him. Throughout all that, I like Mario. I really like Mario Balotelli. I like Mario Balotelli. He's just a footballer that we expected so much of, and he never fulfilled his potential. That's the crazy thing about Mario Balotelli. Look, he played for look at the clubs he's played for recently, right? But Inter, when he was at Inter, 07 to 10, when he was a kid, the man was a look at that 19. He was 17. He was a freaking wonder kid, a prodigious player. Inter, his early days at Inter and his days for Manchester City, unforgettable. Unfucking forgettable. But when he went to Liverpool, that has to be one of the worst transfers of all time. He was so bad at Liverpool. So bad. So bad. Couldn't score for shit. He scored 1 goal. Went back to AC Milan. He did well. 43 games, 26 goals. And Liverpool signed him. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool said, whoa, come here. Went back to AC Milan on loan. Only scored once. But his career looked like it was reviving again when he went to Nice. He was still only like 25, 26 years old. And he went to Nice. And I think he did really well at Nice. But the trouble follows Mario Balotelli wherever he goes. Short-lived career at Marseille. Short-lived at Brescia. Short-lived at Monza. Adana, Demirspor, short-lived as well. And now he's at Sion. So it's just sad, man. It's just sad. The sad career of Mario Balotelli. That'd be a nice documentary to make, right, guys? But with that being said, though, let's take a look at some transfers, man. Let's go over the transfer marked. You know, we're not going to go to Fabrizio Romano yet, but let's just go to transfer marked and let's just check on the latest transfers right here. All the leagues. We're going to look at all the leagues. Let's get a detailed view. You get that stretched across the whole screen. And let's go down a transfer talk rabbit hole right now. Okay, let's do that, man. Big up to everybody in the house. Appreciate you guys tuning in to yet another live stream. Make sure you smash up the thumbs up button. This is Ready, Set, Go, my new series of 2023 where I'm going to explore as many leagues as I can, go down as many rabbit holes as I can, and just give you guys a nice comprehensive update of what's going on in football. As many things as we can. You guys could also fill me in on some of the latest news, some things that I may have missed. And I think for tomorrow's live stream, I want to go live tomorrow, if I could. Tomorrow or Saturday. I want to go to my Reddit and save some things to talk about as well. But I don't think I'm going to touch on my Reddit today. So let's take a look at the transfers, guys. Let's take a look at some of the latest transfers. And this is according to the date where the transfers have already been, done. And we're only going to look at some of the notable ones, okay? So some of these we don't even need to talk about, man. Seriously. One transfer that stand out here is Andreas Schjelderup, an 18-year-old left winger from Norway, joining Benfica from North Zealand for 14 million euros. And he's said to be the next big thing. I think Liverpool was actually linked to this kid. maybe just looking at him, but I, didn't really hear any buzz around him. But Benfica have done it again. They have picked up yet another talented young player who they're probably going to sell on for massive money in 2 seasons, or even maybe next summer. Who knows? But big signing there by Benfica. We're not going to talk about the little bitty signings, but let's take a look at Gareth Cole, 18-year-old Australian wonder kid, leaving Newcastle to join Hearts in the Scottish Premiership on loan until the end of the season, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm not sure, but most likely till the end of the season. So Macaulay Bunn, center forward, leaving QPR to join Charlton, and he's going there on a free. Leo Hilde from Leeds under 21 to Rotherham. He's going there on loan, and we've seen Hilde a few times. Very promising, I have to say. Jerome Roussillon leaving Wolfsburg, 30-year-old French left back, to join Union Berlin in the German Bundesliga. Guys, we're touching on some good transfers, right? I know. Ready, set, go is the place to be. Whenever you guys see me live, come join me, man, because we're going to be touching on a few things. Not just one thing like we did in the past. And I actually forgot to share my my stream to my community tab. That would have caught the eyes of more people, but I didn't. But guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button for the stream. We already talked about Chelsea's disaster class and Man City's disaster class as well. We touched on those. If you're watching the replay, thank you very much. Don't forget to smash up the thumbs up button. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. So, Dogukan Sinik leaving Hull City. Turkish player, 23-year-old left winger to join Antalya Spor in the Turkish Super League on loan. So, we're just taking a look at some of the recognizable clubs, transfers, and talk about those, right? So, let's see what else we could find here, man. Simon Zukowski, 25-year-old Polish midfielder, leaving Syria club Fiorentina to join Spezia on loan. We have Adrian Thomason leaving Strasbourg to join Lens in Ligue 1 for 3.9 million euros. So leaving one Ligue 1 club to a club in Ligue 1 that's doing a lot better these days. So let's move down. We got a player by the name of Renan Oliveira leaving Kolos Kovalivka in the Ukrainian League to join FK Sarajevo in the Bosnian League there. I don't know why I shared that one, but I think it's worth sharing. Guillermo Varela, right back, leaving Dynamo Moscow to join Flamengo down in Brazil on a free transfers. So what else we got here, man? Worthy of talking about. Let's go to the second page. But we have Laszlo Kleinheiser leaving Osijek in the Croatian League, now called the Super Sport Hrvatska Nogometna League, to join Panathinaikos in the Greek Super League for €500,000. Let's go. So we're going to touch on a lot of transfers today, guys. Antonio Blanco, defensive midfielder, leaving Real Madrid to go to Alaves in the Segunda División on loan. What else we got here? Liam Delap, returning from his loan spell at Stoke to join Preston North End until the rest of the season. What else we got here worthy of talking about? If there's any transfers that you guys want me to give my opinion on, please let me know in the chat, okay? So we got Samet Akaydin leaving Adana Demirspor to join Fenerbahce for 3.7 million euros. That's worthy of talking about, right? Let's move down, man. Let me see what else we got here. Okay. Renzo Orihuela leaving City Torquay in the Uruguayan League, and that's also a City Group club to join another City Group club in Palermo in the Serie B on loan. So that's a 21-year-old center back, Renzo Orihurela. All right, Uruguayan and Italian. So City Group, pardon me, transfers. So let's move down, man. Let's see what else we get. A lot of Turkish league transfers there. You know, let me see if there's any recognizable name to actually talk about. Not really. But Sofian Figuli, who was a free agent, is joining Kara Gumruk in the Turkish league on a free. Franco Escobar leaving LAFC to join Houston Dynamo. Might be Houston Dynamo. I don't even know. But on a free transfer. Remember Adam Jajic, formerly of Torino? Well, the Serbian is joining Karagumruk on a free transfer. So all the best to him. So what else we got here to talk about? Yeah, nothing notable. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. A lot of transfers in the last couple of days, though. We moved to January 11. Jamal Lowe of Bournemouth. Oh, wow. Joining QPR on loan. All right, so the right winger is going down to the championship on loan. All right, we have Gianmarco Cangiano leaving Bologna. Left winger on loan to Fortuna Sittard in the Dutch Eredivisie. Okay, let's move down a bit. And we got a player by the name of Kasper Tengstedt. And I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but Kasper Tengstedt is actually leaving Rosenborg in the Norwegian league. He's Danish, and he's a center forward, and he's going to be joining Benfica. Oh, man, Benfica's doing it again. They're going to sell this guy on for about, let's say, 25 mil 2 summers or summer from now. Remember, I told you so. Victor Guzman leaves Club Tijuana to join Monterrey in the Mexican Clausura. Undisclosed fee. So we move down. We move. Anthony Knockout leaving Fulham on loan to Huddersfield Town in the championship. I didn't even know Anthony Knockout was still a Fulham player, man. Emiliano Marcondes leaving Bournemouth to join Nordsjælland on loan. All right. We got Lago Jr. leaving Mallorca in La Liga. 32-year-old Ivorian will join Malaga in the Segunda División on a free. So Alex Moreno, this is a big one, guys. And 29-year-old left back Alex Moreno leaves Real Betis to join Aston Villa under Unai Emery for 13.5 million euros. Can't wait to see what he's capable of doing. Never watched the player, man, but I know him. Jose Angel Carmona leaves FC Sevilla to join Elche, fellow La Liga club struggling at the bottom of the table on loan. So what else we got? Rafael Framberger, right back, leaving Augsburg to join Sandhausen in the second division on loan. Okay, we keep it going. Let's keep it going, guys. Tom Tribal, 29-year-old defensive midfielder, leaves Sandhausen to join Blackpool in the championship on a free transfer, though. Martin Garay, leaving Estudiantes, 23-year-old right winger, to join Tigre for 500,000 euros. João Felix, the big Chelsea flop. Yeah, I know, man. I know. I listen. Let me be the odd man out. João Felix is gonna flop at Chelsea. I'm not joining a bandwagon or nothing. I'm gonna be the odd one out who's gonna call it early. He's gonna flop. Already flopped. First 4 games, missing. Played 1, suspended for the next 3. And Chelsea paid 11 million euros, not pounds, but euros for his loan fee. Have you ever heard of any such blasphemy? 11 million euros loan fee. Come on, man. These guys got money to burn, man. They got money to burn. So, anyways, Raphael Hauser leaves Leuven to 1860 Munich on loan. They paid $250,000, for his fee, his loan fee. A little high for a player like him. But anyways, keep it moving. Mm. Big up everybody in the stream, man. Appreciate you guys. BLE, big up to you. Jan, big up to you. My memories, big up everybody in here. Make sure you guys smash up the thumbs up button, man. Do appreciate you guys 199%. Let's go. Page 4. Let's run through all the transfers. Let's land the plane on today's live stream by going through all the transfers that happened in 2023 so far. I almost said 2021. I'm living in the past, man. How am I skip 2022 and say 2021? I don't know why. I'm bugging out. Bugging out big time. So let's go, man. Carlos Alcaraz. Carlos Alcaraz, man. Remember the name. 20-year-old Argentinian midfield player racing to Southampton for 13.65 million euros. 13, okay? Highly rated youngster. Maybe Southampton are gearing up for the championship. But if these players like Alcaraz, I don't know if he's going to join the club right away. But if guys like Mislav Orsic could help Southampton stay up, that would be one hell of a second half of the season. Let's keep it moving. Giorgi Macaridze leaves second division Spanish club Ponferradina to join Maritimo in the Portuguese league on a free. We got a player by the name of I did touch on that guy the other day, but I'm not going to talk about that one. Let's keep it moving though. Let's go. Let me identify the next big one, man. Stephen Kauka, center back. Where's he from? Where's that? Sierra Leone. He plays for Sierra Leone. Used to play in the Premier League as well. And he leaves Karagumruk to join Wigan in the championship on a free. He's coming home, man. Talked about coming home earlier. Sean Morrison, English center back, 32 years old, joins Rotherham in the championship on a free. Josh Wilson Esbrand, who I actually thought was going to get more game time this season for Man City, leaves the under-21 team to join Coventry in the championship on loan. Miguel Aziz leaves the Arsenal under-21 to join Wigan in the championship on loan. So, Wigan bulking up there. They're at the bottom of the championship, so all the best to them. So what else we got here, man, in terms of some transfers? Guido Carrillo. Remember him? He leaves a club in the Chinese Super League, Longmen, to join Estudiantes for an undisclosed fee. Guido Carrillo, I think, played for Southampton, if I'm not mistaken, before. So we keep it going. We go down, we go down, we go down. We're not going to talk about all the transfers, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to touch on some of the ones that are worthy of talking about. Abubakar Kamara can't score a goal in the Premier League to save his life. The man from Mauritania, I think. He leaves Olympiacos to join Aris Solaniki on loan. They actually loaning him out. He's been so garbage that they're loaning him out, man. I feel it for him. Feel it for Abubakar Kamara, formerly of Fulham. That's why Fulham used to go down when they come up, because of players like him. So what else we got, man? Adam Lundqvist leaving Houston to join Austin for almost 300K. And we got a player by the name of Robert Renan, 19-year-old Brazilian center back, leaving Corinthians to join Zenit St. Petersburg on a free. So he might be a good player though if Zenit's picking him up, but right now, I guess he don't care. He want to go make that Russian money, man. So let's keep it moving, guys. We're touching on all the transfers that has already been completed this season. We're not talking about Wout Weghorst yet. Not yet. We're going to touch on Fabrizio Romano's page, but not yet. Not yet, guys. Not yet. Pierre Per Coop Miners leaves AZ Alkmaar to join Excelsior on loan. Dan Cowley, Willem Trois to join Morecambe in League One, undisclosed fee. Reda Kadra leaves the Brighton under 21 to join Birmingham in the championship on loan. So the man has Lebanese background. So big up to Reda Kadra. Lebanese and German. Talk about Lebanese, man. Big up to my boy Qatar. I think Qatar is from Lebanon, right? Qatar, if you're watching this, you're from Lebanon, right? Big up to you, man. So, listen, I got older, man. Guys, I'm 36 years old, man. I forget things. I'm old. I'm really old. So, Yuri Alberto, a 21-year-old Brazilian center forward, left Zenit to join Corinthians for free. That's a weird one. There might have been a swap deal there for those last two players that I Brazilian players there. But anyways, okay. Anyways, Thomas Pochettino leaves Austin to join Fortaleza in Brazil, undisclosed free or fee, free. Marcelino Moreno leaves Atlanta United to join Coritiba FC in Brazil on loan. Fabio, remember the former Manchester United twin? Right back, Fabio. What's his brother name again, man? Damn, these guys are these guys. I can't even remember his brother's name though. I know them, but I just can't remember the brother's name. He leaves Nantes to join Grêmio in the Brazilian league for an undisclosed fee. Fabio and damn guys, what was his brother's name? His brother was a lot better than him. Raphael? Was it Raphael? Big up to you, whatever your name is, man. Big up to you. But what was his brother? I think it's Raphael and Fazio. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, Raphael. Big up to me, huh? Yeah, Raphael. Yeah. I got it. So let's continue, guys. Let's continue with some of these transfers. Let's see what we got here in terms of big ones that we may have missed. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Paulinho of Bayer Leverkusen leaving to join Atletico Mineiro on loan. Yeah, he has not really kicked on over there in the Bundesliga at all. Paulinho, maybe he needs a change of scenery. Nathan Broadhead, center forward from Everton, under 21, and he's 24. Okay. He joins Ipswich for an undisclosed fee. I guess that's it for him, though. He's leaving Everton to Ipswich. What else we could talk about here? Sacha Delay, 20-year-old midfielder, leaving Montpellier to Le Puy Foot on loan. Page 6. Let's go, man. January 9th. Transfers on January 9th still. See what else is worthy of talking about. Matthew Ryan leaves Copenhagen to join AZ Alkmaar for €500,000. Wow, I didn't know that. So that's something that we just found out, though. James Hill, 21-year-old center back, leaves Bournemouth to join Hearts on loan. Dan Lundeloo, Southampton to Bolton on loan. What else we got? Taha Ali, Helsingborg to Malmo for $700K. What else? Man? Ruslan Malinovsky, he's the Ukrainian left Atalanta to join Marseille on loan, maybe with an option to buy in the summer. Jackson Mendes, guys, the defensive midfielder of LAFC, leaves to join Sao Paulo in the Brazil League for a free transfer. So he was pretty good at the World Cup, though, so he's gone. Javier Pastore, didn't even realize he was still playing. He leaves Elche to join Qatar SC in the Stars League. Guys, do you know that Felix Bas Sanchez is no longer the manager of the Qatar national team? I don't know if most of you guys knew that, but yeah, that is something that I have to talk about. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to put together an international football stream with all of the latest news, and we're going to talk. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk, man. We're going to talk. Okay? So, what else we got? Juan Fran Moreno leaves Malaga to join Real Oviedo on a free. We got, who else? Arvin Apia leaves Almeria in La Liga to join Malaga on loan. Right? Malaga, doing some business there. What else we got? Anything worthy of talking about? No. We keep it moving. We go into page 7 where we got transfers from January 9th again. A lot of transfers there. Let's see if we pick up on anything that is worthy of talking about. Issam Jabali, the Tunisian striker, he leaves a club over there in Denmark to join Gamba Osaka in the J League for 1 million euros. Not a bad move at all, man. Change of culture, change of scenery. Pretty good. Pretty good. I like that move. Definitely like that move. So let's see if we got anything. Mitchell Duke is leaving Fagiano Okayama in the second division in Japan to join Mashida Zelvia. Okay. We just move into another club in the same league, lower league. Okay. What else we got here? A lot of Japanese transfers there. I've been seeing that Chaegu Young. Remember the star for South Korea at the World Cup there, Chaegu Young? He's actually been linked with a move to a lot of European clubs. So look out for that one coming in the future as well. So let me see. Nothing really here to talk about, man. And we're gonna go down until we find something else. Yeah, that's it. We don't need to talk about none of these other things here, man. Let's keep it moving. Page 8. Let's go. A lot of Japanese transfers. I'm just gonna see if I see anyone worth talking about. And I don't really see any recognizable player here, to be honest, that is worth talking about. It's a weird name for this goalkeeper. This goalkeeper's name is Naoto Kami Fukumoto. Kami Fukumoto. God damn. Anyways, let's keep it moving, man. Yeah. Yeah, these guys are we don't know most of these guys. These guys are nobodies in the Japanese league. Yeah. You go to page 9. Let's see what we got. I guess we got the shit back in the lower pages, right? Because I ain't seen nothing really to talk about here. I think we touched on most of the main transfers already, but there's probably some more still there to talk about. George Hurst, 23-year-old Leicester man, leaves Leicester to join Ipswich on loan in the League One. Pardon me, League One. So, what else here to talk about? Let me see. All right. Okay. We move. Page 10. This is the last page. There's more pages, but these are the latest ones. And I think we shouldn't go past this page, though. There's a few players that we didn't even touch, like guys like David Dacho Fofana of Chelsea and Andre Santos of Chelsea. But I guess we have to go league specific to even talk about those. But you guys know about those players already. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Alessandro Zanoli, Napoli to Sampdoria on loan. Yeah, and I think a player went the other way. Yeah, nothing really to talk about here. Yeah, nothing else to talk about for this one. So let's see what Fabrizio Romano is actually saying. Guys, big up to everybody. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Don't forget to give me a follow over on Twitter. Mitchell Duke is Australian. Follow me on Twitter at Dominic Rich FC. And let me just share my Twitter handle with you really quick, guys. Where is it at? Let me put it on the screen. It's somewhere, though. It's somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's right there, guys. Dominic Rich FC. Follow me on Twitter. If you want to reach me, if you want to say hi, that's the best place to do it, man. Or you could email me at dominicrichfc@gmail.com as well. If you want to tell me the content is shit, just email me and say what's up. Let's keep it moving. Fabrizio Romano, who I do have on thing, him and Elon Musk. But anyways, pay no mind to Elon Musk so much these days. But Manchester United have reached a full verbal agreement to sign Wout Weghorst. Understand the deal will cost amount around 3 million to Besiktas. And Wout Weghorst will join on loan from Burnley. Final step needed. Besiktas will only need to approve the deal if they find the right replacement. Well, that deal has been done already. It's over. It's done. It's done. So, Mikhailo Mudryk Instagram story after the exclusive news of an official bid made by Arsenal tonight. Wow. Okay. Mudryk. Okay. All right. This is new. This is new. I didn't notice. This happened while we were live. Arsenal new official proposal for Mikhailo Mudryk is close to 70 million euro fee plus add-ons submitted tonight as revealed earlier. Negotiations ongoing with Shakhtar to discuss the add-ons package. No issues on personal terms. Mudryk wants the move. Man, y'all take the money and run. 70 million euros. God damn, for a player that nobody knew about a year ago. You better take the freaking money and run, man. Arsenal needs a player like Mudryk. Don't know if he's going to help them win the league, but he could help them win the league. Let's just put it that way because I like Mudryk, man. I like Mudryk. But anyways, man, when it comes to the Wout Weghorst signing, I think that's an absolute shit signing. I'm just joking. I think that could be a very strategic signing because we saw what Wout Weghorst could do off the bench. You saw what he did at the World Cup against Argentina. He's deadly in the air, man. But he didn't do well for Burnley when he came to the Premier League. But when he was at Wolfsburg, oh, man, he scored a lot of goals in the Bundesliga. So the Wout Weghorst to Man United signing could make some sense if they use him right. I'm not going to say he's the man that's going to score a ton of goals, but if they use him right, he could definitely repay Ten Hag's faith in bringing him to the club. But Man United, they've been signing a lot of shit players over the years. You know, you think about bringing in guys like Odion, Igalo. You know, they've made a lot of bad moves. I'm just saying. You feel me? Nottingham Forest have changed their proposal for Danilo. No longer loan with obligation to buy. It's now permanent transfer, hoping to get it sealed in the next hours. Man, listen, Forest ain't playing no games. They ain't playing no games. They want to stay in the league. And with this Danilo kid coming in, they might actually let a player like Emmanuel Dennis loose. You know what I'm saying? So there's been news of Emmanuel Dennis, you know, being let go from the club. So big news. I'm pretty sure the Arsenal channels are buzzing right now with the whole Mudryk deal, potential deal. And let's see if it's going to happen, man. Shakhtar does want close to 100 mil, but I think what's going to happen is 70 million and the add-ons would have to reach close to 100 mil. And if I'm Shakhtar, I would say if Arsenal qualifies for the Champions League next season, 10 mil. If Mudryk makes, let's say, 10 starts from now until, no, not 10 starts, but what? 15 appearances in all competition until the end of the season, another 10 mil. If he scores 5 goals, another 10 mil. Something like that. I don't know. Add-ons could be weird, but Mudryk would be a great addition to Arsenal's team. So we have a player by the name of Ivan Fresneda. I did watch this player for Valladolid when they played against, I think that was Real Madrid, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Real Madrid or was it, yeah, I think that was Madrid. But interest growing around Ivan Fresneda, Real Madrid right back, attracting Newcastle, Borussia Dortmund, Juventus, as called weeks ago, but also more top clubs have now joined the race. But in 2004, Fresneda's highly rated waiting for a decision on his future. Boy, make the move. What are you doing? Make the move now. Borussia Dortmund have never lost the hope to extend Moukokou's contract as talks have been ongoing for weeks. He never asked for 10 million signing fee. So let's keep it moving, man. Hearts have unveiled Garancool as new signing on loan from Newcastle. Deal doesn't include any option to buy, as Cools is part of Newcastle's project for the future. Give it up to Garen Cool, man. Refugee. Let's keep it moving. Official completed. Ishmael Benacer signs new contract with AC Milan, valid until June 2027. So 2027, not 2027. I don't know what I'm thinking, but yeah. I need to change a password for my damn computer though. I don't even know why I have a password on the damn computers. Not like I have anything to hide in the house. I'm saying, like, I'm going to take the damn passwords off the computers. But anyways, let's keep it moving though. Andreas Schelderup joins Benfica on permanent move from North Zealand. 14 million fee, no add-ons included. 20 million future sales clause. 20%, pardon me, not 20 million. 20%. That's a very, very good deal there by North Zealand, who would get 20% future sales. You know, very good. Contract valid until June 2028. Curious to see what the player is going to do. I've never seen him play. And maybe it's time for me to, you know, do some reactions on my reaction channel and look at some of these players I've never seen play. You know what I mean? Guys like Shoulder Up and Cool. So this is a big one too, man. I discovered this player from my career mode streams a couple years ago, right? Maybe a year or two ago. You guys who used to come to the gaming channel introduced me to this guy by the name of Jorginho Rota, and he's actually signing for Leeds United. He was at Monaco, I think, and he joined Hoffenheim. Don't know how well he did, but he's joining Leeds United. So, okay. I don't know if he's the signing that Leeds needed, but they spent a lot of fucking money for this guy. And that's, I think, close to 30 million euros. So, well, we're not going to talk about João Felix, but Nico Gonzalez on the bench today for Fiorentina. Understand he has agreed personal terms with Leicester. Talks are ongoing. Understand Leicester will push in the next days to get the deal done soon. £30 million bid submitted up to Fiorentina. He's been scoring goals for Fiorentina, and Leicester needs a refresh, a revamp. And I thought Leicester didn't have any money, but that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man. If this player was being sold to an Italian club, he would have gone for 5 to 7 million. That's the Premier League tax, baby. So we keep it moving. Let's go down. Weghorst, okay, he's joining. Okay. Wolverhampton Wanderers have already activated a permanent deal clause for Matheus Cunha for 50 million euros. God damn. Loan will become permanent from Atletico Madrid. Deal becomes permanent after 3 appearances as Wolves player, as per BAM, and the clause was triggered. Matheus Cunha, I like this player when he was at I first saw him at Leipzig. I was like, oh, whoa. And then I think he went to Hertha Berlin, and he didn't do too good over there, if I'm not mistaken. And then he went to Atletico Madrid, and then he didn't do too good there either. And now he's at Wolves, and I don't know if he's going to do good there either. He might be in a championship next season. So I don't know, man. Seriously, I don't know. But he's a good player, though. He's definitely a good player. So he's the attacking version of Douglas Luiz. So, look, man, Man United and Besiktas, Burnley, Weghorst. Talked about Weghorst. Let's see how he's going to do for the Red Devils. Belgian talent Noah Mbamba to buy Leverkusen. Done deal, and here we go. Full agreement in place. Been told it's all sealed and a long-term contract. Highly rated, born in 2005, talent Mbamba will join Bayer as a free agent in the summer from Club Bruges. All right, guys, we're finding out some new things, man. Ishmael Benacer, we talked about that one already. Let's keep it going. Let's go. Yeah, remember I touched on... Did I touch on this one? Damn. Did I touch... Did I touch on this one? Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't. MLS side Minnesota have made an official proposal for Hwang Wee-jo to Nottingham Forest as loan deal with Olympiacos will be terminated. LAFC, Portland, Chicago, Vancouver are also concretely interested, alongside FC Seoul and Vissel Kobe. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's keep it moving. So we talked about him. We talked about him. We just seen if we see anything that we haven't yet talked about, right? Memphis Depay, man. Negotiations continue between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona for Memphis Depay. Atleti are now showing strong interest, more than English clubs, up to Barca. Understand Memphis would be open to joining Atleti, as most important part of negotiation is between the clubs. Yeah, let him go, man. Barcelona not using him. They got Lewandowski. It was a waste of a time transfer when, Ronald Koeman was in charge of the club, and I have to say, man, Memphis Depay, you were doing good at Lyon and you want to play bright and go to Barcelona, and it's just a merry-go-round. But yeah, Man United flop, by the way. So let's keep it moving, guys. And yeah, we don't want to talk about this right here. Yeah, we spoke about Lilap being returned, but Georgino Rutter to Leeds United. Here we go. Leeds are finally exchanging the documents with Hoffenheim for a 28 million fixed fee plus add-ons, close to 40 million euro package. That is absolutely nuts. I don't know if he's worth it, man. You're going to have to prove me wrong, Georgino Rutter, but I don't think you're worth it. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. What was this guy doing at Hoffenheim? Let's find out. He wasn't on the goal scoring charts in the Bundesliga, so I don't think he did anything. He's 20 years old. He is from Martinique and France. Well, he has Martinique background, Caribbean boy. So let's see what he did. All right, 15 matches in the Bundesliga, 2 goals, 2 assists. The cup, 2 games, 1 assist. So I don't see the big deal in them signing him, though. Seriously, the results are not matching up whatsoever. Well, he's been in the French youth setup for a while. So I don't know, man. Formerly of Rennes. Oh yeah, he was at Rennes, not Monaco. Rennes. There was another one. Can't remember his name, but there was another one. Hoffenheim, this is crazy, man. This Premier League tax is unreal. Hoffenheim paid 750K to Rennes for this player. 750K, and are potentially going to make 40 million. Why? Please tell me why. I'm lost. Anyways, I'm lost, man. I'm lost for words. I'm lost. Look at this joke. Oh, my God. But anyways, man. I think that's about it today. You know what I mean? Pelistri, yeah, who cares, man? I like Pelistri, but before he went to Man United, I used to use him in FIFA career mode all the time. And then, he left Penarol, joined United, and they're not really giving him the opportunities, man. And that's a sad thing. He should be getting the opportunities for United, but he's not. He's not. So that's about it, guys. Yeah, we know Graham Potter is in a lot of trouble. You know what's crazy about Graham Potter? Let me land the plane with this one. When he was at Brighton, he never shaved his beard. He never groomed himself. He probably never even took a shower. But as soon as he became Chelsea manager, he's glistening. But not on the field, though. Just his face and his hair and his beard. So get your priorities right, Graham. Start winning some football games. Guys, that's all for today on Ready, Set, Go. Big up to Demo Dre. Thanks for coming through. Big up to Jamal Griffith. Big up to BLE, Jan, everybody in here. We've been live for 2 hours, 20 minutes. That's long, man. That's long. I'm about to wake up my boy Liam because I don't want him to sleep and not be able to wake up to go to school tomorrow because he's not going to go to sleep. He's gonna go to bed maybe 12 a.m. He's still sleeping, you know. But yeah, Demo, Falcao, Di Maria, all those signings, man. Man United has made some shit signings. But guys, thanks for tuning in to yet another one. Ready, set, go with your boy Dominic Rich. And don't forget to like the video if you haven't yet done so. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around these parts. Big up to everybody who came to and supported the thing. You know who you are. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.